Okay, let's dive into this. Picture this. A big rig just finished dropping off its load, and now it's driving maybe hundreds of miles.
Yeah.
Totally empty.
Yeah, no cargo?
Nothing.
Hmm.
Just burning fuel, clocking miles, making absolutely zero money. I mean, it sounds incredibly inefficient,
Well, it
right?
really is.
Well, that's the thing we call empty miles, or sometimes deadhead miles,
Yeah.
in trucking. And it's a huge problem. We're talking nearly 35%.
Yeah.
Think about that. 35% of all truck miles are driven empty.
It's a staggering figure. And the American Transportation Research Institute, ATRI, they've actually put a cost on it.
Oh, yeah. How much?
A jaw-dropping $30 billion annually. That's lost revenue, wasted fuel.
Yeah.
It's a colossal drain on the industry.
30 billion. Wow. And for a long time, finding that next load, filling that empty truck, it was just
Slow, right?
super manual.
Oh, absolutely. Doubly inefficient. You had brokers, endless phone calls, spreadsheets everywhere.
Right?
It meant trucks would often just sit idle for days after a delivery, or they'd face these really long return trips with absolutely nothing in the back.
Just driving empty. And missing chances, right? Like maybe there was a load nearby they could have grabbed.
Exactly. Missing countless opportunities to quickly pick up a nearby shipment that might have been, practically just around the corner.
So it's not just about the carriers losing money, though. That's huge. These inefficiencies, they kind of ripple outwards, don't they?
They absolutely do. It affects the entire supply chain, drives up costs for the people shipping goods, slows things down, and honestly, it has real environmental consequences too.
Which brings us neatly to why we're doing this deep dive today. We're going to unpack how artificial intelligence, AI, and predictive analytics are basically rewriting the rules here.
Yeah, they're revolutionizing how freight actually moves, turning those wasted empty miles into journeys that are efficient and, importantly, profitable.
So our mission today really is to get under the hood of these AI freight matching platforms. We want to understand the nitty-gritty. How do they actually work?
What are the key benefits for carriers, for shippers, for everyone involved? And crucially, what does the future look like for this kind of transformative tech in the trucking world?
Okay, let's start by digging just a bit deeper into that core problem. Empty miles, deadhead miles, basically, just trucks driving without cargo.
Right. And that 35% figure, it's not just abstract. It translates, like we said, to that $30 billion annual hit. When you look at the old way of doing things, well, it was almost designed for waste.
Sounds so.
Dispatchers were juggling so much manual use, fragmented process, trying to line up the next load perfectly, almost impossible consistently. So a truck finishes a job. And then often, the most straightforward option, maybe the only option they could find quickly, was just drive hundreds of miles back empty, back to their home base or a major hub, just hoping to find something else there.
Which leads us to the solution everyone's talking about, AI freight matching platforms.
Yeah.
So what are these, fundamentally?
At their heart, they're digital systems. Sophisticated software designed to automatically, intelligently pair shipments that need moving with trucks that are available.
And they do this using AI, obviously, but what else?
They leverage machine learning, which gets smarter over time, IoT data, Internet of Things, so data from the trucks themselves, and a whole lot of real-time information.
Okay, real-time data. Break that down for us. What kind of variables are these AI systems looking at, like right now?
Oh, it's a rich mix. It's not just where's the truck. It's knowing the truck's location, sure, but also its capacity, its type.
Okay.
Historical shipping patterns, like where do loads usually pop up this time of year, current traffic conditions, weather forecasts, very specific delivery time windows.
Whoa, hey.
And even things like the carrier's own preferences, maybe routes they like or dislike, and their past performance data. How reliable have they been? All of that gets factored in.
And the AI crunches all of that. How quickly?
Within seconds, often. That's the power. It analyzes all these variables almost instantly to find the optimal match.
Seconds, compared to hours or days of phone calls.
Exactly. The speed and the precision are what really changed the game. It dramatically cuts down those empty miles. It's a total paradigm shift from the old, manual, time-consuming methods. It takes out so much of the guesswork that used to plague dispatching.
So how exactly is the AI achieving this? Let's get into the mechanisms. You mentioned predictive analytics first, making smarter matches. It's not just reacting, is it? It's looking ahead.
Precisely. It's not just about finding a load for a truck now. The AI dives into huge amounts of historical data, think seasonal spikes in demand for certain goods, or typical patterns of driver availability in different regions.
Right.
It combines that historical view with live, real-time data to actually forecast when and where loads are likely to be needed in the near future.
So it's predicting demand hotspots.
Yes, and also predicting potential dead zones, areas where trucks often end up empty. It uses really sophisticated demand-supply models to proactively suggest routes that steer clear of those zones or line up a return load before the truck even gets there.
That foresight seems critical. It lets fleets plan instead of just reacting.
Absolutely. It significantly minimizes the chances of trucks moving empty because the system is already thinking ahead.
Okay, that's prediction. Then there's dynamic load optimization and bundling. This sounds like putting pieces of a puzzle together.
That's a great way to put it. It gets really clever here.
Yeah.
The platforms intelligently bundle different types of shipments. You have the head haul, that's the main initial trip with cargo,
Okay.
and the back haul, the return trip. The AI looks for loads that complement each other, fitting together to make the entire round trip or even a multi-stop trip as efficient and profitable as possible.
So keeping the truck full for more of the journey.
Exactly. It aims to create these continuous, efficient routes. And the impact is huge in some key markets. This kind of bundling has cut downtime and those deadhead miles by nearly half. It ensures trucks are carrying freight as consistently as possible.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine a truck delivering goods from, say, Chicago down to St. Louis. Before that truck even leaves Chicago, the AI system might have already found and confirmed a full load waiting in St. Louis to bring back towards Chicago or even onto another destination.
That's brilliant, making every leg count. What about adapting on the fly? Real-time market learning. Things change fast out there, fuel prices, traffic.
Yeah, the system's agility is key. It's constantly monitoring live data feeds, fluctuating fuel prices, unexpected traffic jams, maybe from an accident, sudden shifts in supply and demand in a specific city.
And it reacts.
Instantly. The AI dynamically re-optimizes routes and sometimes even pricing based on this live information. If a planned route suddenly looks bad because of a highway closure, it can find alternatives. If a last-minute, high-priority load pops up near a truck's current location,
It can reroute the truck to grab it.
exactly. This drastically releases those empty return trips because the system can capitalize on unexpected opportunities. It really boosts asset utilization, keeping those expensive trucks working. It's like the system is constantly playing chess, always thinking moves ahead based on the current board.
That makes sense. But what about the drivers? All this optimization. Does it consider their needs, regulations?
That's a crucial piece, carrier-centric optimization. Good AI systems absolutely factor this in. They balance finding the optimal load with adhering to strict regulations, like hours of service limits, how long a driver can legally be on the road.
Right, HOS is critical.
Very critical, and regional rules too. Plus, they can often incorporate carrier preferences, maybe preferred lanes, types of freight, or times they like to drive. The goal isn't just raw efficiency, it's efficiency that works for the drivers too. It improves satisfaction, safety.
Which ultimately helps the whole operation.
Exactly. A happier, safer, less stressed driver is generally a more productive and reliable one.
Okay, let's make this concrete. Convoy is often mentioned as a leader here. What are they doing specifically that's pushing the envelope?
Convoy has definitely been a pioneer. One of their big things is what they call automated reloads. Their system proactively works to pre-book a return trip or even the next trip after that, often before the truck has even finished its current delivery.
So it's stringing jobs together automatically.
Precisely. It creates these back-to-back shipment sequences, which massively boosts utilization and cuts down that idle time between loads.
And they learn over time.
Oh yeah, continuous learning is core. Their AI is constantly analyzing literally billions of data points, everything from fuel costs and traffic patterns to how long trucks typically wait at certain warehouses, which they call detention time.
Billions. Wow.
Yeah, and all that data helps refine the matching algorithms, making them better and better at predicting outcomes and finding the best possible loads.
And they also do something called predictive deadhead reduction. How does that work?
It's about anticipating the problem. They use sophisticated models based on driver behavior patterns and real-time market demand to predict where and when a truck is likely to end up empty.
Okay.
Then, the system proactively offers that driver an optimized load before they run empty, specifically designed to keep them moving with cargo and avoid that predicted deadhead leg. It's preventative.
And the results? Are they seeing real impact?
The results are pretty impressive. Convoy reports cutting deadhead miles by up to 45% for some carriers using their system. That's a significant jump compared to the industry average.
45%, that's huge.
It really is. And think bigger picture, connect that reduction in empty miles to fuel savings. It's estimated to have saved millions upon millions of pounds of co-Euro emissions.
So it's not just dollars and cents, it's a tangible environmental benefit too.
Absolutely. It's a major win-win. Better profitability for carriers and a greener footprint for the whole industry.
Okay, so this AI matching is powerful. But you mentioned it's part of something bigger, a connected fleet ecosystem.
Right. It's important to see that AI freight matching doesn't operate in a vacuum. It's increasingly becoming part of this wider ecosystem.
What does that ecosystem include?
Think about all the tech being integrated into trucks and logistics now. You've got IoT sensors monitoring everything from tire pressure to cargo temperature, telematic systems tracking location, speed, driving behavior, dash cams, vehicle diagnostic tools.
The matching platform talks to all of that.
Ideally, yes. That integration unlocks capabilities far beyond just matching loads. It enables much smarter dispatching because the system knows the real-time status of the vehicle and the driver. It allows for predictive maintenance, spotting potential truck breakdowns before they happen on the road.
That alone must save a lot of headaches.
Huge amounts. It also supports dynamic rerouting based on live traffic or weather, not just for one truck, but potentially optimizing routes across an entire fleet. It shifts the focus from managing individual trips to optimizing the whole operation.
And the AI, the predictive analytics, is kind of the brain behind it all.
Exactly. It serves as the core intelligence layer for this whole connected ecosystem. It doesn't just find the truck, it helps predict and optimize its next moves, its maintenance needs, its route, everything. It's making fleet management a truly data-driven, predictive science. Trucks are becoming much more intelligent assets.
So let's sum up the impact. We've touched on it. But this reduction in empty miles, driven by AI, has this dual payoff, right? Sustainability and profitability.
Precisely. For carriers, it means higher truck utilization. Their assets are working more, earning more revenue per mile. It means lower fuel costs, lower operating costs overall.
And for the environment.
Significant reductions in greenhouse gas emissions. Less wasted fuel directly translates to less co-Euros. Plus, for the shippers, the companies whose goods are being moved, it means a more reliable, often faster, and more efficient supply chain. That's a big competitive edge for them.
And this dual payoff, this clear benefit on both fronts, is that why we're seeing such quick adoption?
Absolutely. It's driving rapid adoption. We mentioned Convoy, but you also have major players like Uber Freight, LoadSmart, and many others investing heavily and gaining traction. The value proposition is just too compelling to ignore.
Looking ahead then, what's next? Where does AI in freight matching go from here?
Oh, the future is really exciting. We're likely to see much tighter integration with electric vehicle logistics. Planning routes that factor in charging station availability and charging times will be crucial as EV truck fleets grow.
Makes sense.
We'll probably see more cross-platform freight exchanges emerge. Imagine different AI matching platforms being able to share information or loads seamlessly, boosting overall market efficiency even further.
Like a network of networks.
Sort of, yeah. And then, of course, there's autonomous trucking. Self-driving trucks will rely heavily on AI not just to drive, but to fully self-optimize their routes, schedules, and potentially even negotiate loads. We might also see technologies like blockchain coming into play for things like smart contracts, automating payments upon verified delivery, and providing even more transparent, tamper-proof load verification. Trust and efficiency go hand in hand.
So the ultimate aim, is it really to make empty miles almost disappear?
That's the North Star, I think. A future where empty miles are the rare exception, not the costly norm they are today. These AI platforms are bringing much-needed clarity, control, and intelligence to an industry facing so many challenges: labor shortages, fuel price volatility, increasing regulation.
They're fundamentally changing how stuff gets from A to B on our roads.
Exactly, making trucking smarter, greener, and more profitable.
You know, this whole deep dive, it really highlights how powerful AI can be in optimizing something that seems so mundane almost, just a truck driving down a road.
Yeah, but optimizing that seemingly simple movement, when you scale it up across millions of trucks and billions of miles, it has these massive economic, environmental, and operational impacts.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What other everyday processes, what other industries might be sitting there just waiting for this kind of profound, data-driven transformation, optimizing something we barely even notice. Definitely something for you, the listener, to mull over.